Hello. So our first round of this part one, we created our house slab. Okay, so next up we need to turn our walls back on, and we are going to need to move our walls up. So I'm just going to go to the orbit tool and shift our view so we can see more of this. Okay, so we're going to go to the select tool over here, and we can click on our plan, our walls item. Now we're going to use the move tool, and we're going to click, drag up so that you see that it is moving all over the place, okay? So if we move this up, keeping that dotted line that we see expand up as a blue line. Okay, so I've just deselected it. I've just taken my finger off the mouse, I have not deselected it, and I'll type in 300. So that is the height of our slab. So each time we do any building of anything, we're going to bring this upwards, right? So it's going to rise from the plan. Okay, so next up we need to use the slab to bring in our walls. Okay, so let's go, and we're going to turn off our walls view. Just for the time being, we're going to deselect everything. Okay, we're going to now click on the base, and we're going to go to the move tool, and let's now click on the move on the base. We're going to shift it up, remembering that we need to lock it to the blue axis, and we press Option as well. Okay, take your finger off the mouse and then type in 300. Press Return, and now that our slab is now duplicated, but now these are going to be the walls. Okay, all right. So let's orbit a little bit more so we can zoom out and we can orbit around this way so we can see most of the structure. Okay, so let's go and select this structure here, this part of it, and we're going to 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're inside the group of the top slab, and we're going to click one more time. So now we have only selected the top of our slab. We're going to now go to this tool over here, the offset tool, and we're going to click on the edge of this, and then take your finger off the mouse and then move your mouse inwards like that. Okay, right? And then type in 300 again. Press Return or Enter on the PC. Next up, we're now going to select this item here, and we're going to push-pull this, not upwards, but down. Push it right down. Okay, using the blue layer, and then type in 300. Okay, so what this has done is we have our slab which is extended upwards. Okay, so this is 300. Okay, so we just need to remember that this is only a 300 height. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to extend this up. So the standard height of a ceiling, of an internal ceiling, the minimum standard height is 2,400, but ours is going to be 2,700. So we've already got the height here of 300. So 2,700 minus 300 is 2,400. Okay, so let's try this out. We're going to select the top face of that structure. We're going to use the push-pull tool. We're going to push-pull this upwards, and we're going to type in now 2,400. Press Return. And that there is the height of a standard sort of height building, okay? All right, so how are we going for time? 4 minutes. All right, so we're going to turn on our walls layer just to see our structure underneath. Click on the select tool. We're going to deselect everything. So let's have a look at this, okay? So it's looking pretty good now. Okay, so other things we need to do now is put in the internal walls, all right? And let's, now we're making sure that we're on the house layer still. We go to our shape, and we click on this area here, and we click over here. So zooming in, click on there. You can zoom out and zoom in by scrolling. And we're just going to trace around these internal walls. And I'm just going to do a basic set of internal walls just for the time being, just so you can see it actually take shape, okay? I'm also going to make a shape of the cavity slider as well. Okay, so now that is done, we can do some really cool stuff, okay? So imagine we did the whole thing, and now what you can do is you can click on the push-pull tool, hover over that, that wall that's not there yet, click, drag up, and as you're dragging up, move your mouse to the top of this external wall. And lo and behold, you have created your internal wall. Let's do the same thing for this one. Okay, and let's do the same thing for this one too. Alright, so it's really taking shape now. You see that this this wall here needs a bit of TLC. And we're just going to push-pull this to nothing, to 0. Okay. In fact, we can just delete that bit there and just orbit around just to see if our shape is still working properly, and it is. Okay, so we're going to put in the tops of our doorways later on. So let's work on the rest of the model. Let's continue on. If you want accuracy, you need to zoom in and out, okay? You can even do without putting the door in itself. You can just have a solid wall going through it, and you can fix that up later on, okay? So I'll just do, from now on, a solid wall, and we'll put those doors in later on. It's okay if you double up in sections, it's fine. Okay, and what it's done here is that it's filled it in. Alright, so what we can do is we can go and select it. Alright, let's just press delete. Okay, so let's continue on. Are there any other internal walls? Yes, there are. Now this here is a firewall between the garage, so it needs to be 300 millimeters thick. Okay, so it'll be push-pulled up eventually. Okay, and let's do these ones now. Almost there. Right across. In fact, we might just go right across. Making sure that you're zooming in. Did I do that right? Might just draw that again. Did that do anything? There is a shape there, which is good. Okay. Keep on going. You can overlap at any time, remember. Okay. So let's project some of our walls so far that we've done. Alright. And I'm just going to orbit around this way just so I can see myself bringing these walls up. So go to the push-pull tool and push-pull, well, this one up. Push-pull this one up. That. It's really taking shape now. At any time you can just rewind this video. Let's go to the orbit tool, orbit around so we can see this a little bit better. Go back to the push-pull tool, bring it up. We've got some space there that's missing, so we'll just bring this up even more. We can clean all these funny bits and pieces later on. Let's go on orbit around again, just to make sure that we can see everything. It takes a bit of time to sort of figure out how to zoom in and out of this. Okay, so push-pull tool, we bring this up. Push-pull up, that wall, bring this wall up. You can see that some parts are missing. Looks like we have a missing toilet wall. So we can go and make our shape through here. Whoops. Command Z. Click, and then come over here, and then I'm going to zoom right in. I'm going to make sure that I click in the right location. And I'm going to use the push-pull tool, bring it up. Alright, so if you're not too sure about this, please rewind at any stage. I'm just going to speed up a little bit now. You get the get the picture of this. Okay, did I draw a thing there? So I did. And over here too, hopefully, yes. Yep, and there too. Do I have anything there? No, doesn't highlight. So let's orbit around again to see more of this space. Okay, so you can see here that I've even missed part of this wall as well. So let's pull this up. To have a drawn there? No, because it doesn't hover. Go to make a shape there. That's one. From here to here. Okay, let's pull that up. Alright, really looking good now. What else can I put in? This one here. So I need to really put my mouse here. See how there's a lot of gunk there? Click there, and then click over here. And then I need to use the orbit tool to see if I can scoot around this side here to see it. Okay. Let's have a squeeze at this. Alright, so what's happened here is that it's also made in a filled in space. So you click on that and then you delete that bit. Let's pull these up. Right, there we go. Is there any space we've left? This one here. We haven't put that one in yet. Okay. It takes some time getting used to navigating around SketchUp because a lot of you have just done 2D. Okay, but you will get a hang of how it works. Let's pull this up. Okay. So you'll get a hang of looking upside down on things. Am I missing a wall? At the moment, I can't get my certificate of occupancy because I don't have a firewall. Let's pull this one up. We drew that earlier on. That's it done. So those are the internal walls completed. In the next video, I'm going to clean this up to put the doors in. Okay. Alrightio. Now let's go to File and then save it. And that'll be all for part 2. Thank you. Please watch part 3.